Greetings, Koopalings! The Shack is back, and we are ready for E3. My name's Donnie Reese. I'm the host here this evening. We've given Jason the night off. He's been doing too many podcasts. So many podcasts, that Jason Lacey. But with me is the sister. What's going on, Caroline?
The sister with the mister. What's up?
What's up?
I'm back from vacation, and I was talking about how I missed being here this time last week, but it seems y'all and Bobby had a really good time.
Oh, Bobby's got the eyes for you. He just kept Caroline. Where is Caroline here? I gotta Bobby Caroline.
It's okay. Bobby and I will have our time in the spotlight together eventually.
Stay away from my hosts, everybody.
Yeah. I'm not going anywhere.
You went to Disney.
I went to Disney. It was hot. It was miserable.
Miserable, she says. I went to Disney World. It was miserable.
No, I love Disney, but having gone on 2 Disney cruises last year and then going to the Disney parks and spending 12 hours all day walking around in the heat, sweating, your sunscreen's dripping off your face so you get sunburned anyway, standing in line, cramping up all day, I think I'm just going to keep going on Disney cruises. But I really think the best time to go to Disney World is like in the off season when it's cooler, because sure. I sweat like crazy. And I'll keep living vicariously in Magic Kingdom every day on Disney Magic Kingdoms on my app.
I'm never taking my kids to Disney World.
Ever?
Mm-mm. Taking them to MomoCon was already a nightmare, and I was telling them, I was like, you guys want me to take you to Disney World, and this is how you're behaving at MomoCon? No, thank you.
You know, I think Victoria for sure has probably outgrown Magic Kingdom already. She's probably that age where the cool kids like don't go to Magic Kingdom. But Hollywood
they're
Studios
not even
is
like
pretty
Disney
cool.
kids. Like they barely even know the stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll just go over and sit in my corner with Kevin.
So did you play Pokemon Go while you were there? Was it awesome?
I did. And I would have played more. However, we kind of needed our phones because we were keeping up with the parents and stuff. And I have a story about my phone. I actually lost my phone.
Oh, no.
So we were going on Space Mountain. And for people that don't know, I am kind of like very easily to throw up at everything. So I kind of was really worried about this ride because I've never ridden it before. I'm 28 years old and I just rode Space Mountain for the first time. So things that like turn, that go really fast, that have sudden drops, that go in circles, I'm not a big fan of because I get really sick very easily.
Sure.
Space Mountain was an experience, and we actually researched it, and it only goes up to like almost 30 miles an hour, but it's in the dark, and it's very back and forth quick and everything, and there's a few drops that made me lose my stomach, and I was not expecting it. So while I'm not expecting it, I get out of the car at the end, and I was so, just whoosh, oh my God, that was an experience, and kind of slow to stand up. Left my phone on the cart. And then we're halfway up the ramp out of the place. I'm like, oh my God, I lost my phone. I left my phone. And of course, I'm thinking immediately it fell out in the ride. The ride is, gonna crush it, something like that. We get out to the outside. Number one, nobody knows what to do. So we talked to like 3 different cast members before they're like, okay, it's gonna go to Lost and Found at the front in the Main Street USA, and you're gonna have to go get it there. And I was like, okay, great. So we walked all the way from Tomorrowland to Main Street USA, which is a good quarter of the park. In that time, Space Mountain closes down. So I am like really freaking out, like, oh my God, my phone ruined the ride. Like it just got smashed in the track, and it's the reason that the ride broke down. We get all the way over there, and Brian's mother calls him or texts him or called him and said, hey, they called from the phone, or I called the phone and somebody picked up and said that they're holding it at Space Mountain. So then we go all the way back from Main Street USA at the guest relations, back over to Space Mountain, talk to 10 different people who have no idea what we're talking about, until finally we get somebody on the phone who's like, oh yeah, I'm over here. I'm this one over here. And it was like almost an hour ordeal, and I was completely miserable. But in terms of Pokemon Go, I did play it for a little bit. I did have my bracelet on, but the Bluetooth really drains out the battery. So I turned the Bluetooth off most of the time, because if you wanted to pull it open, everywhere you walk in Disney is a Pokestop, pretty much. You're just overlapping sometimes 2 or 3. We did do some raids, and Brian and I were like, oh, here's a Latias raid while we're sitting in line for Pirates of the Caribbean. And not only were we in on it, it was like 8 other people that were also just like joined it on this raid that we had no idea where they were or who they were. It was just a bunch of people who were like, let's try and get this Latias. We beat it, but unfortunately, I ran out of the premium balls and I was not able to catch it. Brian was not able to catch it either. It's a very, very hard catch rate. But my Pokemon Go experience at Disney was very cool. There's definitely, probably, aside from like a city, that's the most populated place that you're going to have Pokestops around to catch stuff. Got a bunch of different Pokemon in Florida that's not in Georgia. Heracross is like a bug type, and I guess bug types are very prevalent in Florida for some reason. There are Heracross everywhere. Brian's like, I've never seen one of these before. I was like, me either. And they have male and female different types and stuff, so I got one of each. It was, it's always fun to go and find different Pokemon places. So gotta tide me over till November.
There you go. That's why I wanted. That's why I asked. I started playing Pokemon Go this week, and I never really played it a whole lot before, so I kind of had to even like relearn it. I was asking Twitter, I was asking Coach, kind of for tips and whatnot. It's been pretty fun. I had my wife drive Jack and I around, so we were just hanging out in the car, driving around malls and stuff. And then of course downtown Atlanta's got a ton of stuff, so
of course,
walk out to Starbucks and all that. Like it gets pretty fun. My only thing is, I often feel like I'm missing something, or like, I don't know. Like I feel like the other day I got a raid badge and I don't even know how. Like something just popped up and I clicked on it and I got like a thing.
Whenever you hit a Pokestop, or I think it's like one of the gyms, and you swipe the Pokestop part of the gym, it gives you a raid battle badge. So you need one of those to be allowed to be in a raid. So I think you can get, I'm not exactly sure how it works. So you get like one a day or something, and you can participate in a raid only if you have a raid badge. I've only participated in like 2 raids, and every time I swipe one of the gyms, I get a raid badge.
Okay. Yeah, and then like to evolve your Pokemon, you have to catch more of the same kind of Pokemon and turn them into candies.
Correct. For every Pokemon you catch, you get the lowest level evolutions candies ×3. Sometimes they have multi-candies, and you get like ×6 or something. If you have Pinap berries, you can throw a berry at the Pokemon and get like 3 extra candies per thing. But
Excuse me, folks, I'm sick, so if I cough on the stream, it's not meant to.
He's just talking in code.
I'm trying real hard not to get it in the microphone.
No, that's fine.
But no, so yeah, there's a part of me that's just like, is this really it? Is this? I think that's probably why I quit Pokemon Go the first time. I'm like, is this it? Like, I need to go catch 80 Bulbasaurs before I can turn it into a Venusaur or something like that.
You can find a Venusaur in the wild. I did.
That's cool. That's good to know. So, yeah, I mean, it's interesting because the Pokemon Let's Go experience makes me think like, man, I'm gonna have to play Pokemon Go to get the best out of it. And then as I start playing Pokemon Go, I'm like, I wonder how much of this is in Pokemon Let's Go. Like, I wonder if Pokemon Let's Go is gonna work that same way, like with the whole candy evolve thing.
What I want to know is when it says you can move your Pokemon from Go into Let's Go, does that mean it was like in a park? Does that mean that you can use them as part of your party, like your 6, or can you?
That's a good question.
Like keep them in the safari park area?
I'd imagine they go in the park and then you could like go grab them or catch them or something. Like maybe something it's kind of like your computer system, or I don't know. It's a good. We still have a lot of questions, and hopefully they'll all be answered this Tuesday. I mean, we've got E3. Yeah. It's here.
Or they'll do like another direct closer to the release or something. I'm thinking like maybe by October they'll do like one of those, here's everything you need to know about that. Yeah, they did it for Splatoon. It's like, here's everything you need to know for Splatoon right before Splatoon launches, or ARMS, or whatever they've done. We'll probably get something like that, I would think.
I think a Pokemon mini direct before the game launches is a pretty easy thing to predict.
Yep.
Just to piggyback off your lost phone, I lost my Switch. I didn't lose it, but I left it. I left it at my in-laws' house last night. We were packing up the kids to get them in the car, and my sister-in-law lost her wedding ring in the couch, and I got all involved in flipping the couch over in it. And then when we finally rescued the ring, like, we were already so late that we just whisked away, and I left my Switch. They're holding my Switch hostage. I'm really hoping I get it back before Saturday. The Pokemon questing.
Where do they live in relation to you?
Stockbridge.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can make that trip.
Yeah,
I made
but
that
it's like
trip
an hour.
today.
It's like an hour and 20 minutes.
I forgot you're in Paulding, so yeah, it's I made the trip today, and you know.
I think they're gonna bring it to me. I think maybe tomorrow evening. But yeah, so I had to stop playing Pokemon Quest, which I've been playing like just
nonstop.
kind of. Yeah, it's derailed everything. I stopped playing Round 3. I stopped playing Hyrule Warriors. I stopped playing everything. I've just been playing Pokemon Quest. I can't say I've been playing really anything. I've been messing with the Xbox a little bit, but on Nintendo, I've just been playing Pokemon Quest because I finally got to a point where it's like last night I got like my party. So I've got Cubone. I mean, I've got Raichu. I've got Growlithe, which I'm working on leveling up into Arcanine, and then I've got Marowak. And you can only carry 3, so those would be my 3. So I'm ready to start putting back in and getting back to the end of the game now. I've got 5 statues. I'm not sure how many there are, but based on the size of the map,
8.
Yeah, I think 8. That's what I was gonna say. Based on the size of the map, I'd imagine 8. So now that I'm start leveling them up and start pouring all of my resources into those 3, put this game to bed. But I talked all about it.
Wow, that fast. How is the cooldown for the energy to recharge?
So you can charge it with 10 tickets, which is next to nothing, especially if you pay. But even without it, you get that a day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They give you 50 if you don't pay anything. If you try to play this game for free,
50 a day. I did get the
50 tickets,
the first day.
and you take 10 to get the cooldown on your energy, and your energy's 8 turns. And like most recipes, you can cook in like 3 or 4. So and that's a pretty good bit. If you play 8 rounds, it's like an hour. You know, so and then you can pay 10 tickets to recharge your energy and all that. So
is it very much a collectible like thing like Rumble was, where it's like got to catch them all?
There's definitely, like, for somebody like you, there's definitely gonna be a lot of that, especially with the recipes. So you were in Disney, you probably didn't see it, but I found a Discord server where we found all these like secret special recipes for shiny Pokemon and different versions and how to get the rares and all. So then Jack, when I showed it to Jack, that's all Jack and I did for like an entire day, is we just started farming for the Pokemon that we wanted, as opposed to keep cycling through just random Pokemon that keep coming up.
All right, I gotta play it then. I've been playing Hyrule Warriors off and on, but then Brian's like, I like Fire Emblem Warriors better. So Brian's popped in Fire Emblem Warriors like after I stopped playing Hyrule Warriors, and it just kind of, I don't know. I just get lazy and I don't put the cart back in, so I haven't been playing it as much. But
I like it. Like I said, I probably talked about this game for 15 minutes on Board with Video Games this past week. So if you guys want to hear,
I haven't listened to them yet this week.
Go over there, because Josh asked me a few questions, and I just took the opportunity really to give you my full rundown on the entire game. So it's like 15, 20 minutes of just straight Pokemon Quest talk, and give you the whole loop and everything. I like it. If I was to review the game, I'd probably review it like 7.5 in all actuality. And that's and I actually bought all the packs. I enjoyed, after I bought the first pack, I enjoyed it so much more, I just went ahead and bought the other one. So
wow. All right, so the first one is 20?
You can buy all of them for 30.
That's not bad.
The first one I bought was $17.99. I think there's a $9.99 one.
Here's the thing though, I don't know if I'm going to wait for mobile or just do it on Switch.
I could see mobile being
I feel like it's more of a mobile experience, and I don't carry my Switch
I'd
with me
agree with that.
everywhere.
I think it is more of a mobile experience, but it's fun to play on the TV.
That's true. I never played it. I never put it in on my TV. I just pulled it on my portable.
That box art, like, style that they're going with, like that boxy thing, it's kind of cute.
Minecraft.
When you find the right Pokemon that it looks good in, it's funny. Like seeing a cube Voltorb is hilarious.
That is pretty funny.
You know, it's like that type of stuff is really good.
Like it's just a square. That's cute.
Okay, so we're almost 15 minutes in. This is supposed to be Mini Shack. So we gave Jason off. Kevin was going to be here, but he found date night, so I told him, like, do not come Shaq.
I forgot that he was supposed to be here.
Yeah, because the whole point of this one was, we've got E3 so close. Like, let's just like we don't want to not have Shaq, but at the same time,
Right.
We've got all the streams that are starting. So, beginning Saturday, PSVG Watch Party begins, and we will be at E3. Or at least we'll be,
Not at E3.
we'll be here,
E3
but we will be
spirit.
covering E3, and you guys can chat with us all weekend long. We've got shifts set up for everybody, so we'll be live reacting, talking over the EA conference, the Bethesda conference, Microsoft, Sony, PlayStation, Ubi, Square. We'll have a team on every one of those, and we will have a wrap-up podcast, reaction podcast to every one of those as well. So a ton of content is coming your way fast and furious in the next 8 days. So get your phones and podcast app ready. We're
going to be personally casting live Nintendo stuff for the people, because you didn't mention Nintendo, but we're going to be live for like at least, 5-6 hours?
Yep, we're going to do everything. So Tuesday morning, we'll start with the Direct, and then we will go straight into Treehouse Live, and we'll just keep it running. So it'll be a nice little PSVG watch party, a little Shaq party.
99.9% convinced that they're going to pop some crazy thing in Treehouse Live like they did with Metroid 3D. Or
there's got to be one
the most
3DS game that we don't know that pops up in Treehouse Live.
Sure. Or a eShop only Switch title. I don't know.
Something that's out today. That'd be neat. That'd be cool.
Fortnite.
There you go. I was about to get there. So the Direct, excuse me. The Direct is 45 minutes is what they said. And it was interesting because a lot of people on Twitter were like, Nintendo's keeping it brief. That's a pretty long Direct.
It's long compared to last year when we had a showcase, and I think it was only 30 minutes.
I think it was 25.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
25. And most Directs are like 30, 35. Yeah, they're not that long. So 45 is a long time. I remember
the last time we had a 45-minute. Because, the Breath of the Wild one was not that long.
Not 45 minutes. So
chock full.
I'd imagine there's at least 10 minutes of just Smash. At least 10.
Probably.
You wouldn't even, like, if you told me they were talking about Smash for 20 minutes, I wouldn't be shocked.
No.
I don't think they will, but I wouldn't be shocked if they did. So, Meaty Direct is incoming, and I'm looking forward to it. We've got Eric Green over here in the chat, and he goes, do you think they'll dive a little deeper into the online service at E3? Do you think there's anything else left to tell? I don't think they'll talk about that. Nintendo typically doesn't talk about services at E3 outside of Virtual Console, if you count that as a service. And we already know that's not going to be the case. So I would expect more details like that, Eric, to follow when the service actually launches. We probably have like some sort of fall Direct right before Smash drops, right before the online, where they really comb through all of that and give you everything you need to know about that.
Yeah.
But we do have some news. We've got some news, and I've got some stuff lined up, some E3 stuff that we can clear out of the way before. And first and foremost, Fortnite's coming to Switch. We've known this. This is not news, really. We've known this for a long time, basically since the Fortnite devs said they wanted to. But as every leak has pointed to it, as things start to come forward, has pointed to it. Well, last week, Nintendo actually put up an update file in the eShop with Fortnite and all the assets. So everybody now it's confirmed. It's done.
Yeah.
Fortnite's coming, and it's probably coming pretty fast. They have, or no, actually, it's super fast.
I say either immediately. It's probably going to be immediately after the Direct.
You think so?
It's just like, it's live now. It's available now.
That'd be interesting. Yeah. That'd be interesting because another online multiplayer shooter's coming in Paladins. That's that game that Jason told us he heard was coming. That's actually dropping next week. So that could be another. It's ready now. It's a free to play hero shooter, but
I've seen stuff on it.
There's a pack on the eShop right now that's $30, and I believe if you buy it, you get early access to the game.
Oh.
I think you might be able to play Tuesday, and like everybody else gets to play Thursday, and you get like some rewards and bonuses and something. But for anybody that's out there that may be confused, it's not a $30 game. No. That's a $30 like pre-launch pack. It is a free to start game, so if you just wait, there'll be a free version you can play, or you can buy to play, and then you can just start buying your individual heroes that you like. I might mess around with it. We don't have like a lot of shooters over there in the space. So,
nope,
are you into any shooter stuff?
I'm not a big FPS fan, just because I kind of suck at. I'm not gonna lie, I suck at it, and that's why I don't like it. but Splatoon was kind of the first foray into shooters that I had a long time when it came out in 2015, and that's kind of like the only shooters that I play. I play like a few shooters on Steam, but just little random indie titles and nothing. No Halos, no Far Cries, no. I couldn't even name all of them. There's so many of them. It's ridiculous. Good. Just not my cup of joe.
More importantly, getting back to that Smash news, PowerA has, or at least somebody leaked that PowerA is going to bring back the GameCube controller. We have wired PowerA GameCube controllers that are showing up in store shelves. Or Walmart pictures that I'm looking at of a blue and a black model.
Already. Dang, I wanted Nintendo to license them themselves.
Like they did with the PDP stuff on Wii U?
Yeah.
So I tweeted out, who's excited for this controller? Are you excited for this controller?
I need to see pictures of it. But yeah, I mean, like, I really enjoy... How many GameCubes do I have? I have 3 GameCube controllers and 2 GameCubes. I like the controller. I think everybody kind of agrees that it's kind of the most universal, like, one of the best controllers ever made, bar none, for any sort of console, regardless. When we went from GameCube to Wii U, I was kind of upset. I was like, what is this? What am I supposed to do with this? It's like 3 buttons. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It depends on... I'm not one of those people that has to play a GameCube controller with Smash like a lot of people.
Sure.
But I did buy the Wii U GameCube adapter thing.
It's worth mentioning that this controller has an L1 button, so it looks like it is in GameCube shape and style, but you'll be able to play everything with these controllers.
Sweet.
And that,
okay.
That is kind of what will get me in. I think I'll buy one of these. We actually had an old episode where we talked about our favorite controllers, and GameCube was probably top 1 or 2 for me. I've always really liked the GameCube controller. I like the layout of the 4 buttons. I think it makes a lot of sense with a thumb. You've got your main button, you've got your other button, and then the X and the Y. So
I'm looking at it right now. Look at that.
Yep, it's wired only. So this is built for Smash. But these PowerA things are not that expensive. They're like $25.
Yeah, they're like $20. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the stick, going back to the C stick, might be better than the other PowerA PDP options that Switch currently has. So that's a personal preference.
Yeah, it's like they just took the Z button and made a duplicate on the other side. It's exactly what they did.
Yep.
Cool.
So the Smash is coming. I'm so excited. Can't wait to see all the Smash stuff.
The Smash.
While you were out last week, the eShop also got updated.
Yes, it did.
That news?
I did.
They have a new feature tab, and they have a new great deals tab. Now, that feature tab, I really hope gets Jules some eyes on next week, as Jules Watcham releases Soccer Slammers for Switch, and it comes out next Thursday. Yep. And I, for one, am very excited. I hope I get to review it for him.
Nice.
Because, I really like Jules' games. Zero Drifter is my favorite. There's something about the Soccer Slammers. Again, coming back to this Voxel thing, because he's kind of in the same style. There's something about this Soccer Slammers that I think looks really cute. Yeah, and he's got all the World Cup teams and everything, so everybody's trying to get their soccer on. For anybody that didn't do FIFA, don't do that.
Yeah.
Get Soccer Slammers, because I'm trying to push him to make Golf Slammers. I keep trying to tell him, like, the Shack can drive that home, that the next great game from Jules Watcham should be Golf Slammers.
Absolutely. We would kill it.
It'd be awesome. Golf Slammers with some online play and some tournaments. Yep. I think we can get Sean Capri to support that.
Totes.
Yep. Good.
You sure you want Sean in your corner after what he did?
That's why Jason's not here. Hi, Jason. Jason's in the stream. You can everybody see his
big
smiley
Jason.
Face.
We love you, Sean. Don't feel bad. We're just picking on you.
One piece of exciting news, kind of, is that Telltale did announce that The Walking Dead, the season finale, is coming to Switch this fall.
Whoa.
That's interesting, considering that The Walking Dead, none of the other Walking Dead games have come to a Nintendo platform.
Right.
I was screaming for these games to come to Wii U during that generation, because it seemed like an obvious fit with the touchscreen, with the gamepad. It's like, why do we not have these point-and-click adventure games over here on the system that has a tablet for controller? Right. So, if you pre-order The Walking Dead: The Final Season on Xbox or PlayStation, they give you all of the other seasons for free.
Oh, well, that's a good deal.
But they haven't said that that's going to be the case for Switch.
Oh, I can't imagine that it wouldn't be, especially if they haven't ever released one for a Nintendo console.
I'm hoping this is like a Banner Saga thing where they show you
Yeah.
the Banner Saga 3 thing, and then they tell you, oh yeah, here's the other stuff. I'm
Mhm.
kind of hoping that that's the case. If it is the
think that would be a
case,
good thing.
The Walking Dead is one of the most emotionally great series, especially the first season.
I never
So-
could get into it. I'm not a zombie person.
Yeah, I can
But
understand.
it's on ATL, so
Coach Hulk loves The Walking Dead. His favorite's Michonne. My favorite season 1, I think it was season 3. The last season, I got really tired. Actually, it may not even. I don't think they called it 3. I think they called it A New Frontier. I don't remember. It may be 3. I don't remember. It's been like a year and a half, 2 years since I played it. I played it on Steam, actually. I am one of those gamers who's played this series in a bunch of different places. Because when the first season came out, I had a 360, so I played it on 360. And then when the second season came out, I was trying to do Steam, so I think I played it on Steam. And then I played the other one on PS4 or vice versa. So I don't think I've ever actually played any of them on the same system.
do they come out with a game per season? Is that the way that it works?
They do. They drop seasons, so it's all digital. They do have physical copies, but I mean, usually it's all digital, at least up front. It's episodic, so they usually drop like the first
I
episode
see.
in the fall, and the second episode in the winter, and the third episode in the spring. But yeah, the season.
It's correlated with like the TV show.
No,
Kind
kind
of.
of. So it features all the same character, or not all the same. It features some of the same characters, so you understand the universe that you're in. But
Yeah.
it tells a completely new story about Clementine, who's one of the best video game characters of modern video games. Clementine's amazing. Anybody that's played The Walking Dead, I think they would all agree with it. When it comes to great female characters in games, Clementine is one of them, and I can't
like her
wait to
name.
see how her journey ends. To be honest with you, if The Walking Dead season 1 comes, you owe it to yourself to play that. That's one of those games that I think every gamer should play. You know, I think every gamer should try Halo 1 and 2. They should try Fable. They should try Zelda. They should try Mario. The Walking Dead season 1 is in that company. Everybody should try it. It may not be for everybody, but everybody should give it a try.
It's a shooter with zombies, right?
No, it's a point and click narrative game. So all you're doing is
I didn't realize it was. Why
Yeah.
did I miss that? It's
it's all narrative. So it's all like you're making decisions. Your decisions have long-lasting ramifications. You can play it a bunch of different ways.
Gotcha.
Some investigative point and clicky stuff, but really not. I mean, that's really kind of like a side thing to you making the decisions.
Very cool.
Pocket Rumble is finally complete and is coming out before the end of July. That was one of the games that caught my attention in Nintendo's first Nindies Direct. It's a 1v1 2D fighter that just uses, I think, 2 buttons and directional pad, like the old school stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this would be awesome. It's $10. I'm going to buy it. And that was a year and a half ago. I'm not going to buy this game anymore because Smash is on the horizon. But interesting that I'm glad they finally got it here. But it'd be interesting to see what this game turns out. Because there was about 3 or 4 months of Shaq where I kept bringing up Pocket Rumble just over and over. And I think just the delay as the opportunity, they've missed their boat.
Right.
Let's see here. I'm going to check on the chat. Tim says he wants all of them on Switch, just like Pokemon. It's good stuff.
All
in
of
terms
them.
of, yeah. Yep. Skinny Matt wants to know how you like that new book, Caroline.
The new book is behind me. What's up? All right. So this is for people that haven't been in our Discord. Skinny Matt tipped me off to this because he went to the museum, the World Video Game Hall of Fame. It's a history of video games in 64 objects in 64. I like it just because I'm a design nerd. I'm a graphic designer and a design nerd. And when I saw the scans of this stuff, I was like, I got to get this book just because it's beautiful and it's really well done. I mean, like we've got stuff like this. And I'm just a sucker for a book on my shelf, especially a book about video games. And I can't wait to read it. It's less of a coffee table book. I thought it was going to be more of a coffee table book and just like something you can flip through, kind of like the NES and SNES Famicom, the visual compendiums that I have up there. But there's actually a lot of stuff in here that I got to read. And I will read it after I finish the I Am Error book that I'm reading right now. But I'm very interested in it. I recommend it already because if anything, it's really pretty and it's really nice and it has that great new book smell.
Well, one of the authors, his name's John Paul Dyson, and Skinny Matt in the Discord says, hey, you should have him come on the show. Now, he says he should come on the Shack, and that'd be cool, but I mean, wouldn't we put him like on Academia?
Regular or regular PSVG.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
So, Skinny Matt, she'll try to make that happen.
Totes.
My last news story that I had is that Konami has 2 Switch games at E3, 2 unannounced Switch games at E3. And we had a nice little chat while you're out of what they could be. You know, everybody wants it to be Metal Gear, I think. I think that's right. Everybody would like it to be Metal Gear. I would love it if they brought the Metal Gear HD collection over. That'd be the one I'd want. I don't think it is either.
I just don't think it is. I think it's something that, I don't know, that just nobody's expecting.
I think it's Castlevania.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think it's any of that. I just think that it's
I've been hearing for a while that, like, there's been a long rumor, especially on the podcast circuit with the professionals, that, you know, Simon Belmont could be in Smash.
Ooh.
And I don't think that would be the case if there wasn't a Castlevania game. And I also think, I think Konami's actually said that they wanted to make a new Castlevania game.
Who had that as his would love to have him character, but it's never going to happen? Do you remember our cast about that, where we had which characters do we want?
It's got to be Jason. Because it wasn't me, so it's got to be Jason.
Okay. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Huh. That would be something.
The HD collection from Vita, I would really enjoy. The other thing is it could be Contra. It could be something more Bomberman. I think that's probably more likely we're going to get something like that.
Right.
Than Metal Gear, but Metal Gear would be cool. It could be Metal Gear Survive, you know? Like, that game they put out there and nobody wants to like it. Like, if they want to try to give it some life, you know, if Switch makes everything, like, new again, right?
I think they've got to go back to the drawing board on Bomberman, because apparently it was not that great.
Would you be excited if Bomberman was in Smash?
I don't think Bomberman's iconic enough. Yeah. I like Bomberman. I loved Bomberman on 64, but it's just not something that I can see being like.
It's not Smash worthy.
Especially kids these days being like, who the heck is that?
It's not Sponge worthy.
Yeah. Sponge worthy. Good Seinfeld reference.
That's what I'm here for.
Yep.
So with that, I mean, that's really kind of it. That's all I had, and we can get some little stuff out of the way before E3. Like I said, we'll be streaming all weekend. I'll be doing a lot of the live reactions. Kevin will be hosting a lot of the post podcast reactions. Caroline, I know, is doing Square and the Nintendo shows. I will also be on all the Nintendo shows, as will Jason when he comes back and makes his appearance. So we hope you join us at E3. Come find us, psvg.blog.
We're not at E3, by the way, people. We really wish we were.
In today's world, with everything being so virtual, I mean, I've got the best seat in the house. I might as well be there. Right?
Yeah. Think of all the standing and walking and Disney World experience you have to do over there.
You see the people last year that or the year that Breath of the Wild came, they just came rushing down the gateway. I don't need any of that. I sit right here at my house, enjoy some coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I'm not sick. Hopefully I'm better.
Yeah. I think you'll knock it before. Definitely.
So
he says as he coughs over his shoulder.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to it. PSVG at E3. I'm gonna say it right now.
Okay, I'm gonna change my Twitter handle at E3.
I love it.
Everybody does it.
Anything else?
No, I'm ready. It's just gonna be like a. Is it E3 yet? Is it E3 yet? Is it E3 yet?
You get that feeling. It's so good. We're gonna have a new Fire Emblem, Caroline. I'm so excited.
And if we don't have a new Animal Crossing, I'm gonna be kind of distraught.
Nah, you're not getting a new Animal Crossing.
Whatever,
dude. Yoshi.
Oh yeah, we've had a new Yoshi in the works since last year. Are you kidding me?
Go Star Fox Racing.
Yep.
So yeah. So that's it. That's it for us. You can follow us, like I said, over there, psvg.blog. All of our MomoCon stuff is still running. I'll start slowing it down tomorrow. Sorry for flooding your Twitter boxes. That was a big deal for us, so we want to try to give it as long a run as we could. So we ran it right up to E3, and I'll start turning that stuff off tomorrow as we prepare for the new stuff. So come follow us on Twitter at PSVG. Find us on Facebook. Find us on YouTube. All of it's on the site. That's Caroline, a.k.a. The Nintendame.
The Nintendame.
My name's Donnie Reese, over there on Twitter at Playin Nintendo. Ain't no G's in Playin Nintendo, as dubbed Sean Capri. And we will see you next week when we're at E3. Good night, Kooplings.